Hey guys, and welcome to your weekly general reading. So this one is from the 6th of May to the 12th of May. So as I have been doing my normal layout lately, so I've got the Angel Tarot deck, the Psychic Tarot deck, and my Energy Oracle deck. Normally I'll just have the two cards here and the second one being the Clarifier, but I felt like with the energies of this week, the Clarifier almost needed a clarifier, if that makes sense. So I've pulled out these three cards here too. So just introduce them. Five of Earth, and then we have King of Air, and the card on top of these two is number 13, Release. And from the Psychic deck, number 5, Financial and Material Changes. Then another number 5, we've got a few 5s this week, Conflict and Defeat. And then the Clarifier, number 8, Power, which is a strength in the traditional tarot deck. Then we've got, for the energies, Anxiety, number 18. And then underneath we've got number 2, Journey. And then we've got number 30, Guard and the Gate. I remember when I was back in Australia, I always used to get this card, it used to just piss me off. You'll see why when I start talking about it, because as it's almost like the devil card in that way, it's all self-inflicted. So, I want to touch on the 5s first because we've got a few 5s in this, and the 5, it is to do with our spiritual evolution. So, and that's with everything that happens to us is to do with our spiritual evolution. Every mistake, every growth period, every pain you may go through or blessing you may go through, it's all to do with your spiritual growth to who you're meant to be in this lifetime. And they've got a few energies around with this because I feel like we're rather too focused on the material rather than our spiritual needs, which means our focus is on outwards rather than inwards. But it's also signifying here, as we've got the Release card, which is the ending of a difficult phase or situation. And it also talks about there is a lot more ahead that you can't see. And what you're going through right now is not forever, and its purpose is to actually push you into the next phase of your life. Because Father Earth says we're concerned about money, we're concerned about material goods, we're concerned about things out there, we have fears surrounding it, and the fear is actually unfounded. I feel like what actually gets you out of this though, there's a person here that's going to help you kind of almost see the light, whether it gives you a bit of advice or something, or just helps you to look in the proper areas that you actually need to, because since we're focused out there, whoever it is, they're going to draw you back to you and actually to the core of why you're worried about that and why that's coming up. And I feel like actually why it is because with whatever happened last week for you, there's a lot of financial material changes. And it's not just in, you may get influx of money or you may be moving residence, as the number 2 Journey does actually indicate there is going to be a move for you. But I feel like there's almost some losses there for you as well. But because we've gotten this card a few weeks ago, whatever you're losing, whatever's not working for you, it's either not meant to work, or there's a detour, there's another path that's actually better for you. And whatever is walking away from you right now, let it walk, because your mental stability around it it's crippling you. You trying to hold on to what is no longer yours to bear anymore, and it's really taxing your mental strength is what I want to say. And with this card here, the number 8, which is the Power card, it's saying here it's actually quite funny, because I feel like there's two ways to interpret this. It's either to saying your strength in holding on to this bullshit that you're trying to hold on to right now is very much like this, like you're using all your inner strength to actually hold on to this stuff that you don't need anymore, and you need to release it, let it walk away from you, and stand in your own spiritual power instead, rather than your material power, if that kind of makes sense. It's a really weird way to kind of interpret it, but I feel like we're holding on like this. This is why we've got the anxiety energy around us. We're holding on to it really, really tight, not wanting to let go of the past, old things, old beliefs, old patterns, old jobs, old anything that's old, that's no longer yours anymore. And you're holding on to it as tight as you can. And that's what's causing this friction around you. And that's what they're saying, releasing this for you opens up your world, opens up to a new journey, because it may feel safe almost, even though you're in this kind of battling kind of energy. It may feel safe in this little garden you've created for yourself, but in this here, this is why I always hated this card, because she has a key around her neck to actually open that gate to walk out into, you know, the lovely wilderness that's around her, because it tricks you. Your mind actually really tricks you that you need to stay where you are, which is what I think has happened here. It's tricked us to stay in this, because in this amazing book, and I would really recommend anyone to read it or just actually listen to the YouTube Audible version of it, which is War of Art by Steven Pressfield, I think that's his name. Resistance comes along any artist's careers, we all feel it, but it comes the worst and is felt the worst right when you are at the edge of the cliff and are about to jump. That's when it's at its worst peak, and that's what I feel here is the resistance has come up with us, with this new leap, this new jump, with this dream that's been handed to us from, you know, listening to last week's reading and tagging them along with each other. And we've hit that biggest amount of resistance, and we're stuck in our own little garden here, motivated by habits of fear and fear of actually unlocking the gate yourself, because you're going to have to step forward on this path yourself. It's going to have to be a choice from you, and it's resistance. You're fighting that resistance, and it's at its peak right now. So don't think it's like I've gotten weaker, like oh my god, like, you know, I've been battling for so long, and at this point here, right when I need to be up here with my energy, it's when I feel the most low, because that's when the resistance hits you the actual most. And that's why they're calling upon you to tap into your spiritual strength right now, to actually fight that resistance, fight that ego, use the key that's around your neck, open the gate and pack your bags, because you're heading onto a new journey here. And this is here, it's annoying because it always feels like this, like, you know, it feels like, you know, you have a couple good weeks and then you get like a week, like this isn't a bad week is what I'm trying to say, because it can feel like almost like not a negative reading, but the energy surrounding this week is a very battling kind of energy within itself. And in order to release that energy is really to actually step forward onto this new path and step into your own power. Meditate, relax, just breathe. It's all going to be okay. But don't listen to that fear resistance that is motivating you to stay in this garden you've created of comfort of yourself, because comfort is a prison. There is certain comforts in your life that are beneficial, but this comfort here is motivated by fear. Whenever you feel comfortable, ask yourself, is it because I'm not testing myself anymore? I'm just comfortable in this little ride that I've gotten onto, or I'm not actually stepping onto any new paths and I'm just, you know, relaxed here. This comfort here is actually anxiety based. You may trick yourself, you may even tell yourself you're feeling good, but you're really not, because you've got anxiety here. So what I'm saying here is there is light at the end of this tunnel. Resistance has just kicked in, and it's because you're right at that point where you're about to leap, and that's when resistance is strongest. So whatever that voice is telling you, don't listen to it, ignore it, actually combat it with a positive affirmation. And I would literally just be saying to myself this week, I am the lion, I am the power, it's time for me to step forward. Because I love this picture here in this card, which is the strength. So just repeat that to yourself. Now I'm going to remember what I just channeled. I am the lion, I am the power, and it is time to step forward, because I am on this new journey now, and I'm ready for this journey, and I'm ready to release all that old bullshit that's been holding me back, because I am better than that, and I am the lion. So I hope this reading has helped you guys, and if you'd like a personal one from me, just DM me on Instagram at tiny.langshaw, and please subscribe and follow me on my channel and share my videos around so others can enjoy my tarot readings too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.